In Christ.
Not a good sign to be empty-handed.
This haven of memories. Every touch, every moment is like a thorned rose. This haven of memories. Every touch, every moment is like a thorned rose.
Alright, we're going to get started here soon with some more HSR. Continuing from the story, then doing some grinding stuff with battles and whatnot. Let's give me 1 second here. Switch OBS over for you. And then I just gotta move this for chat. Oh, the person else going to watch TV for some reason. He never likes to work on it. So earlier I got to the point where we saw what they dubbed the Flame Reaver for the first time. I have a fear we're going to have a much harder fight with him coming up here. Although we're not up to the fight against him where everyone else is right now in the current story, we still have to even go through... We still have to go through the River of Styx and everything. Or River of Souls, my bad. And deal with Thanatos and Castor as his sister. Curse lodged in his throat, refusing to escape. Moments later, he convulsed, his head drooping as his spirit departed his body, drifting towards the abode of Thanatos, the Death Titan.
Heavens really are just like the king. Master, they were glory, master. They come to fight on their own.
So I do have Finon who was talking right there. Oh, he's in the party right now, but I do have him pulled. But I am not up to the point of actually working on him just yet. So unfortunately we will not be using him. And I will not really be using Cypher either because she is not geared up enough and have her traces leveled enough as well either. She's in a better state than Finon is, but she is still nowhere near ready to fight. Enemies. Hey Jarvis, welcome to the stream. Let me take Cypher out right now. Let's see Herta is not fully geared up as much as the others in the party are. But at this point, I was using her and some grinding stuff off stream, and she does some pretty decent damage, and she can hold her own in a fight without going down quickly. So, although she still needs work, she's decent enough at the moment.
Cast aside all distractions once you're out there.
it might just be similar to what I just did in the Apocalyptic Shadow. Change her out for somebody else. Weaknesses. What do we got? So it's ice. Energy. I could do another ice if I really wanted. Alright, it was. Double sustain. I'm not fully at the terms with all of the terminology for the current characters being released right now, so... Unless you mean like having two healers. I have a healer and then I have Fu Xuan with her support ability here. Killed two of them on me, that is bad. I might not be able to do this fight right now. You chose the wrong enemy. I see through you. All things human creation. Eternal soothe. They're fairly well built. They're nowhere near their max trace levels or anything, but they're level 80. They have pretty decent. They're all level 80. They have fairly decent light cones, and they have more or less the relic set that they need. It might not be the exact stats, but it's been okay for the moment. I do need to focus on getting some people fully done here soon, though. using the quantum character that is better for single targeting. No spoilers, please. I'm a bit behind. This is not the current fight with him. This is further back. Welcome to the stream, Shaw.
Eternal sleep is
Oh, crap. Man, I know there's even a fight with this guy in the current patch of the story. I like being able to take them on without going to casual, but I had to do that a couple times for different things. Alright, let's see here. Let's go with a second healer. Sacrifice some of the damage. I only have some pretty good damagers in this. So much for that. He took out one of my healers already. I don't have anyone with a shield regenerating. You mean a healer? I didn't have anyone giving a shield at all yet. Yeah, I have him, but again, he's better off than some people, but he's not that much better off than Herda is, because I have not gotten him up as high as other people. What do you mean replacing someone with a shielder, not replacing a shielder? You can join my Discord. I don't give my name out. Okay. Herta's way too weak. I need to freaking get her improved sub before I even consider using her for this. Getting her relics has not been easy. Most times I do the thing for her relics. I don't even get the relics that she needs. That link should be working, and I'm not going to do that in the middle of the stream.
Stand down. All will be
And of course, she still gets taken out immediately. And then worst comes to worst, I'll just have to take him out with casual mode like I did for Lucador's full form. And that link should be working. It was set for infinite time and infinite use. Yeah, I figured they would weaken it, but it usually gets its attacks off before I can finish them. Well, that doesn't make too much difference if I can't take them out before he recovers. I'm just gonna work on grinding things down. Otherwise, essentially, like, the most I can do is just go into casual mode to take him out quicker.
Every touch, every moment.
No worries. Alright, wind, ice.
It's your call.
Berta's traces I know are low, and I know she has a couple pieces that aren't 5-star. But like I said, getting her relic pieces has been a pain because the trial for them doesn't drop them all the time. I more often than not get like just one piece from the set that she needs out of the 2 5-stars.
I reap from the heart.
Yeah, that is true. The most you can do is hope for like the main stat you're looking for that'll go up every level, and then try to get the at least 1 or 2 of the stats, even if they're shitty, that you should be looking for for that character. But yeah, that's not the first time. It's like, that would be the 3rd time that I had to turn a fight to casual mode just to continue the story and everything. Yeah, that's true. There is still a chance of getting the wrong things even when you use the resin. Alright, let's do this because I could use this for Finon when we get to him. Okay, physical wind. And cool. The most I'll say about the changes with the bosses is ever since they've updated it with the normal and the casual mode, the normal mode bosses, like, they seem a lot harder than the bosses ever were before. Like, that's why, especially with Nikador in full form, I don't have Robin or Sunday. Supports? I do have a couple, I need to look. I do have Ruan May. Well, I feel boss fights were pretty epic and lore accurate even before that change up. I think they just wanted to give a reason to laugh at us a little bit when we choose to go casual just to advance the story. Alright, let's do this again, see if we can get some relics that we need for her. Wind, energy. Ah, she's already in the party. And then imaginary.
We'll wait for the right moment and a part on the head with a stick.
To bear witness to the great General Feishao's heroism and his truth.
I'll throw her in just for her super break and her healing to help keep them healed up. I don't necessarily need it for this fight. Just with Finon and Cypher, I still gotta level them up and work on their traces and everything. And find a good light cone for them. So I'm not quite ready to use them yet. Too easy. If the bosses were too easy, then they went a little... Then they didn't give you a middle ground. Normal is for the hardcore players, and casual is for the people who think bosses are too hard. There is no easy... There is no, like, standard challenge. It's either too easy or it's too hard. Unless you're, like, right on top of leveling and you have a lot of time to spare to get everyone up.
Everything in this world.
like, if it weren't for a couple factors in Nikador's full power fight and the fight with Sunday to leave before coming here, I could have done those on normal. But they were too ridiculously hard otherwise. Alright, I'm gonna save these for the bigger fight coming up after this roam set of enemies.
Eternal sleep.
Everything in this world is bleeding.
Memories are beneath the water, like an endless abyss. A bunch of work to complete.
Just for you to survive or for them to survive? Like, you didn't really specify which side of the fight you're supporting with that.
Eternal sleep.
May the fell stench just be quick time to the truth. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Exactly, yes. They're like, the best way to put it, they're not necessarily a damage sponge, they're just way too tanky on normal. And then they do so much damage that it's nearly impossible, even if you are kept up pretty decently. Like, I might not have any character completely maxed off with the best gear, 5 stars, highest level relics, and all of their traces maxed off, but like anyone I've been using, their relics are at least like level 9 and like 90% of them are 5-star with most of the stats they need, along with being level 80 and having a really decent light cone for their build.
Destiny isn't chosen.
And then, like, it still seems like we need a miracle to even make it through the normal fight.
Eternal sleep.
Immerse yourself in it.
But then it's like, if you go casual, they just think, well, oh, okay, the people that pick this, they don't want a challenging fight at all. They just want to get through it. It's like, no, I would like a challenge. I would like to actually have felt like I accomplished something beating them instead of just whipping through them. If you're not going to give me, like, a third option for that, then at least let me replay all these bosses at my own time later and fight them on normal when I can possibly beat them like that. one of the Flame Reaver's weaknesses is ice. So Ruin May might be a good support for that fight. I don't know. Not sure.
Everything in this world is bleeding.
I got your court.
Allow me to pursue the root of the problem.
Destiny isn't chosen.
Memories are beneath the water, wide and endless abyss. Destiny's hand is truly lost.
Eternal state. You chose the wrong enemy.
May the foul stench just hit. Everything in this world is bleeding.
I got your court.
Right? It kind of makes you have to wonder what sort of time and money investment these hardcore players have. If they were complaining about it.
Allow me to pursue the root of the problem.
Destiny isn't chosen.
Eternal state.
Refreshing to the soul. Everything in this world is bleeding.
I got your court.
Let's settle this.
Yep. Once again, they only gave me one piece of the relics that I need for Herta in the 5 stars. That always seems to be the case with how that works for me. Alright. I would say probably the one character I have that I could afford to go back to a bit to make them about on par with others, because they are a little bit weaker considering their traces and things, would probably be Jing Yuan. Because I've usually been using Acheron for energy. Right, I agree with you there, Jarvis. It's What they should have done is they should have left normal for the way the bosses were, and then they should have made like a hard mode for the hardcore players, as opposed to making hard mode the normal and then making like a baby mode essentially for casual. And it's like, that's not casual, that's just giving us a free pass. And it takes the fun and the enjoyment out of it, and it takes any feeling of victory out of the fight. Because the fight's over too fast, you feel like you hardly had any challenge in it when you go to casual mode. And there's no sense of accomplishment. I can tell you, there's plenty of bosses I had to fight several times before that update, and I still had trouble with them, and I felt great after I actually beat them. I know the original fight against Sunday's boss, not the one in the new mode, that took me a couple tries, and I was like cheering when I beat it because it was a hard fight. Let's try to figure out which of these things I should do. Oh, hang on. Other one here. They're going to be for Casterus, so I guess we can do that to try to grind for you some when I pull for you. Okay, Quantum Energy and Ice. Alright, I'll try to use Cypher in this. She's not quite leveled up enough to survive as well as the others are, but she's usable to an extent right now. My current thing before I even go to Finon is I want to finish working on Herta and Cypher to the point where they're decently usable, they're not going to die easily. And then I'll potentially start working on Finon until I get Casterus. I know that's important. I don't know if I'm able to check that out in the middle of a fight.
You chose the wrong enemy.
I'm weak for the target.
I'll check for that for you after this round of fights. Yeah, I know the crit ratio is important. I just don't remember if I've been using anyone that has a good crit ratio. I think Acheron is supposed to have a decent one at the least. And there's a number of crit hits from Acheron, or Herta there. So I think it looks like Acheron and Herta have a decent amount of crit there. But again, I can't really check until after the fight for you.
chose the wrong enemy.
Curiosity endless. Nothing but a thought.
Another journey begins. I wait for them to come.
Yes, I have read that for her. Like I said, though, she's not going to look like she's doing really good right now just because I'm still working on her. She doesn't nearly have all of the 5-star relics I need. She's level 80, but her traces and her relics are not quite what they should be at the moment yet. She's still being worked on.
You want to take advantage? Never seen perfection before.
Oh crap, I meant to hit skill.
Free will, or was it?
I don't have time for that. Curiosity endless. Nothing but a thought.
Alright. Good, I think the poet's armor is the armor I needed for her. Alright, give me 1 second here and I'll check that out. So obviously being a healer, Laucha's crit rate isn't that high. Cypher has about 0.8, has 8%. Acheron's crit rate is 30.7%. Herda's is 55.5. Yunli has 64.3%. Alright. Yeah, we can idle on you further in this.
Do not give up on making a choice. Even if
Like,
you're
the
about
only
to be
thing I really don't tend to do immediately is try to Eidolon 5, is try to max off everyone's Eidolon to 6, just because that's way more money than I have to spend.
making a choice. Even if you're about to be forgotten.
Let's see, Langshaw, who's more of a healer, she's got 13. Fireflies could probably go up, but she does have pretty good relics otherwise. Ruan Mei is more of a support, so she's not going to have much. Got 34.9% on Jing Liu. 28.7 on Jing Yuan. Black Swan is kind of more of a DPS than an attacker. 57.8 is on Fei Shao. So any of the people that are more big attackers, they do have at least like 50% chance to crit. Yeah. I know. That's why like her stuff, that's why hers is low, because the site that I go off of, I try to get them the first 2 things that they say to get your characters, and then I worry about everything else afterwards. So whatever the top 2 stats are that they say to get, that's what I try to get on all their gear. And then after that, I will try to make sure I just have a couple pieces that have a decent percentage for things, just to have it there. to keep other stats up they need, but not as heavily. Fireflies. When I find her again on here. Yeah, her attack is 2400, and then her break effect is 145.7%. So she's got a really good break effect, and I'm pretty sure she has decent attack. She could probably have more, but all those things will come in time when I can actually sit down and work on changing around relics and things and working on their traces more. Alright, I guess I'll give him one more try. Well, no one's relic sets are completely 100% where I would like them. Let me just say that. Everyone has decent relics and they're good for the time being. I will have to fine-tune their relics later. And you cannot go by Cypher at all, because Cypher, I'm still working on getting her up. Cypher is still in the process of me working up her traces, finding the right relics and stats and all that. That's why Cypher kind of looks underwhelming. She is. She's still in the process of me working on everything for her. Same with Herta. Herta's decent, but like as you can see, she still takes a lot of damage. I haven't quite gotten everything I want for Herta, so she dies a little quicker. Alright, so let's see. Ice. Let's throw Ruan Mei in. Alright, I'm going to give him one more try on normal. Herta is decent, but here's the thing. I don't have her traces up as high as I would like them. And she doesn't have 5-star relics all the way across. And then I still have to adjust some of her relics, looking for better ones, to give the stats that I want for the ones that constantly go up at the top. So she's decent, but she has noticeable things that could be better. At least I feel that way. Man, look at that. He still took one of them down immediately after having them all pretty much killed. That is true. She can implant that. Well, looks like we're gonna have that chance. He just, despite taking people out, wiped them out essentially. All right, let's give it a go. Link Shot and all of them were from the previous story patches. I think she heals decent with someone else to help you, but I'm not too sure how she does on her own. He's built a little bit. I haven't worked on him much. I'd have to back out and grind a lot tonight to do that. I have noticed that the Harmony MC is really good, but I just haven't gotten around to working on him much. This is the problem that I had with full power Nikador. I could easily take him down to phase 2, then phase 2 would just kick my butt every time. Here we go.
Didn't come down from the sky.
This city is mine anyway.
I love my demos.
I go through
I like his style, I like his character, I like his attitude. He's a very interesting person. Oh, once you get these things, these fights become a decent bit easier. Actually, I need to heal up here as opposed to fight with him. I should have been doing that. You know what, Jaros? Thank you for suggesting Firefly and Ruan Mei, because I feel like I could actually beat him on normal with the two of them. I love the voice lines in the story fights. I just wish you could hear them better. Oh yeah, he's about to go down. I have freaking loved Amphorius. I mean, 2.0 was really good in the Dreamland and Penacony. Penacony was amazing, but I love the whole battle-ridden Greek era thing going in Amphorius.
Strike. Heed my call. I, the Lance of Fury. The agony this world needs.
Frickin' go, Mighty. Well, his ass. If I can refight the full power Nikador, I wonder if that combo would work on him in normal. Yeah, I was trying to get this back up when Castorus was being done because I wanted to grab her, but I had to make room, so unfortunately I missed her initial play, so I have to wait for a rerun. Which is why I probably won't be grabbing anyone else until she comes back up, not even Saber. Because I spent a lot of my passes to get Cypher and Finan. I spent like about 100 passes between the two of them. So I need to save up for Castorus when she comes back around. I am glad to hear you say that her does pretty well right now, considering the fact that I know there's things that can be improved on her. Like I said, I know she has a couple relics that aren't even 5-star, and her traces could still be leveled up quite a bit. Her traces are only about level 4 or 5, so she's going to get a lot better if you're saying she's already good, because she's not even near the end of her progression of working on her.
Are the rumors true? Has Ornix fallen?
As the Council of Elders say, we face a dangerous threat. The Chrysos heirs are only inciting more chaos. They don't care about people's safety.
It really gave the court flame of strife to a Chronoan at the end.
What a noisy crowd. This doesn't feel right.
Yes, Herda will definitely end up being better. I actually used the resin to get one of her pieces with a couple of stats that are best for her. But everything else I've kind of just been getting through the trials.
Probably because Ornix is gone. Ornix was a generous titan in the eyes of the people. He graced us with miracles, allowing humanity to reap many a convenience from the past.
What they don't know is the Titan didn't do all of that in its own volition.
That is true. Every time you invoked Ornyx's prayer, Ornyx complained, and she felt like she was getting hurt by it when you were in the temple.
Orcus, the Titan has fallen. You must surrender Ornyx's portal.
The meeting with that woman again so soon? I just can't catch a break.
Professor Anaxa, why don't you find some place to rest first?
Oh yeah, I have a couple of them. Jing Yuan, for one, is a really good energy unit that attacks everything.
Matters that require Aglaya's attention are piling up. You two meeting again will, with honesty, only distract. Just try to stay on your best behavior.
That's not up to me, I'm afraid. I've been trapped in her prison the moment I set foot in this holy city. The price of having a title within my head, I suppose. Don't worry, I don't want trouble.
They have differences in ideology. Alright, I suppose that's pretty bluntly. Don't worry, we'll figure out the intricacies of these relationships sooner or later.
Oh, the best team with her contains her puppet as well. Yeah, that is pretty funny.
I'm sure we don't need my help over Ornyx's corporate. So I'll be off. I have some personal matters to attend to.
It seems like the current place in the story deals with the god that Finan becomes. But the thing is, I still have to get to the point where we reunite Castorus with her sister, and she becomes Thanatos. because that was around the point where I'd actually gotten this to update so I could continue. Because I actually had to continue from Penacony when Robin leaves with you. I wasn't right at Amphorius yet.
Somehow feels like he has closed himself off even more after he completed his trial.
Yeah. A lot has happened in the past few days. You've been lost and thought for a while now too, Trudy. You turned out good news.
Yes. She has found Trian. She was at the bottom of the valley outside the temple. That's where the good news is.
I figure this is what happened to her, considering the scene.
I'm sorry.
Poor Trian.
It's alright. They also found someone else besides Trian. He was no better than a corpse when Trian and Hyacinth arrived. He had suffered more cuts than could be counted and leaped off a cliff from a great height. All to free Trian's body from the clutches of the Black Lord Swordmaster.
Brave soul. Do you know who he is?
Yes, we did. Thanks for your suggestion. That was like a huge help in making that easier. I feel like a combination like that would have been helpful for taking down Nikador.
Yes. It's Primrose.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, I know for a couple reasons, because I actually saw someone where they fought the Flame Reaver again, and also I noticed that like that fight stopped at 1%. You don't actually take them out.
You want this girl dead? You'll have to kill me first.
I have a feeling from things I've seen a little bit ahead of where I am that the Flame Reaver is either the Lord Ravager or he's like a high general under the Lord Ravager or something along those lines. And that the Black Tide is part of their doing.
Valorous death before glorious return. As a Premnoan, I know not the fear of death.
Godspeed, Kronos. Godspeed. For everything you complained about and put people through wanting to go back, you make up for it defending her here. You have redeemed yourself. I think when I started, it was all the way up to the LaFu when you first go there, and I was waiting for Penacony. I was almost tempted to get High Seas, but she's not a bad healer.
1,000 years ago. Today is but a reminder of that bitter taste.
I don't understand. It wasn't that itself that Lady Trian lost. Why does she look like she really turned into a doll? I don't understand. Don't be sad, Hyacinth. Trian has used up her borrowed time for Yanis. That's all.
Yeah. One of the things that I like about Laucha is that, like, when he puts up a shield after 2 casts, all damage you do recovers the whole party. And then he can also, like, remove status effects when he heals. Like, if they could kind of find a way to combine that with Bailu's Revive, I think they'd have, like, a fairly OP healer, but I doubt they'd do that because they'd be OP.
Her spirit is now riding the west wind, flying ahead to a world free of sorrow.
Oh, hang on, guys.
Oh, but that truly exists.
Okay, Jaris, I'm back. If you want to come back after this, feel free to follow or sub. I wouldn't mind having you back. I do plan to stream HSR on and off here and there. Like doing the story, catching up, and I'll just like stream it here and there when I'm doing nothing but grinding for things to level up characters and whatnot. I don't know if you saw, but when I went over Firefly, if you noticed, I actually pulled for her light cone. So she's pretty well set up there because she has her own light cone. Does the Discord link down below not actually work? That should be an infinite invite. It should not time out, and it should not have a limit to the number of people that can use it. Got it. I also have Jing Liu's cone on her as well at this point. I pulled hers separately from when I got her, but I did still get it eventually. I also just randomly out of pure luck, the same way that I got Bailu and Himiko, got their light cones as well, and Welts. Jing Li was a pretty good ice, yeah, but I think her does a bit better just because she's Year Edition, and Year Edition characters are better known for attacking the entire enemy party, not just a small group of them. And although her skill will only hit about 3 of them, if she has enough dings on the target, she'll hit them all with a secondary swipe. I probably should work up Jing Yuan then to use with her, so she does even better. I think for Jing Yuan, I just have to work on his traces more. I think his relics are pretty decent. There's a couple of them I should probably change around, but they're not that off target from what he needs. This is already nothing short of miraculous. When we found Kratos, he was no better than a corpse.
Please take this opportunity to rest and prepare for what awaits us.
Considering some of the stuff I've seen of the current progress in the story, where they, after the last update, I am very interested to see if Finon's whole and character are based off of his ascension into demigod and which god he becomes. Although I suppose he could be reason, or time, as well as the world bearer. Let's go back to Cypher from here.
It's incredible to think that we returned Nicodere's court for him not so long ago. It would be an exaggeration to say that you and your friend's arrival has melted the glaciers of history.
Where nameless goes, trouble follows.
It slumbered for 1,000 years, only to awaken for this one moment. Alas, now is not the time for a study of history. I do not see Alexa around. Was this under your instructions, Finally?
Yes, it just seems much more efficient than letting you two go at it endlessly.
A rash decision. After all, he still bears a cruel flame with him. I do not concur with your assessment of efficiency here. Now, let us table the issue concerning him for a moment. The more urgent matter is the cruel flame of Oryx. The Chrysos heirs have initially crafted a plan regarding the way to return the cruel flames. For titans like Oryx and Circes, who have no intentions of harming humanity. Our strategy entails assuming their divinity only at the very end. But this unforeseen turn of events has thrown everything into disarray. We don't return the core flames to the vortex of Genesis, and we leave the Titan's divine positions vacant? We can't even begin to imagine the disaster that would follow.
I appreciate that, Jarrus.
The most pressing issue at hand is that we haven't found the Chrysos heir capable of bearing Oryx's divinity. Phylum, Castrus, Mydei, and Hyacinth. Truly, I devoted a millennium scouring the world, only to find these few people.
And Mydei just became the god of strife. Castrus is going to essentially be the god of death. Hyacinth, we don't know. She's possibly going to be the sky.
Only the chosen few possess the capacity to assume divinity. The elite among the Chrysos heirs.
Oh, the main reason I chose to pull for Finon. I'll wait till she's done talking. The main reason I pulled for Finon is because I used him in a trial and a fight, and I really liked his style of like the amount of damage he does versus like the fact that even outside of his ultimate he can hit the whole party. Although Yunli kind of does that too, and I like using Yunli a lot for like counter damage and whatnot. Oh? I like that 2 and 3 are kind of joke answers. One's more of a joke answer than the other. Which one do you suggest, 2 or 3? Two? Ah, going to Mighty now. Oh, I guess he's leaving. Godspeed, Mighty. It was nice to work with you.
I see the Reaper has forsaken you too, teacher.
It simply put my life in the hands of the Twilight Torture.
Something with the way you said he needs a ton of support. I don't quite follow what you're saying there. It sounds like something is missing from that.
Priest girl's medical talents are truly exceptional. She might be far from the ordinary girl from vision. But this isn't about me, my universe. I saw it. You finally decided to embrace your own fate.
Power of strife and stolen temples with we speak. My bones have turned to steel. My blood is seething in the blaze. Past rulers of chaos merely aspire to this light, but I have merged with it.
Oh, buffs on him? Gotcha.
I've made history. Henceforth, divinity and kingship shall coexist as one.
Indeed, you've realized the aspirations of every former king of Kremnos. And now, can at last bring our people home and reforge the glory of Kremnos.
Unfortunately, I harbor no such desire.
Well, what do you mean by that?
For 2 millennia past, devotees of Nikado's light banded together beneath their feet and erected a city of their own. Ever since then, the Knowns have served as the blade wielded by the god of war, following the Titan's path in its conquest. Yet, gazing upon our history through the lens of my newfound divinity, I now see it with unprecedented clarity. This history, the sheer absurdity, inferiority. People surge onto the battlefield like ants, plundering and slaying for their own greed. We trample.
Gotcha.
The city of beliefs that Kremnos hold so dearly, alongside the supposed tradition, my enemies will be crushed with a single touch from the eyes of the Titan.
Are you trying to strip Kremnoans of the pride we've amassed over thousands of years with mere words?
I hear ya.
That pride holds little significance, Prateros. I have assumed the divinity of strife. My next step is to renounce the title of king. Convey my message to every Kremlin. This is an order.
Do not do this, mighty Mos. I beg you.
Our history commenced in the year 2506 for light calendar. Concluded in the year 41. don't claim this. Sniper. Hereby claim. The Roman dynasty comes to an official close today.
You have killed us. You have killed us all.
Alright, Kratos, I thought you were going to redeem yourself. You're kind of shoving yourself back in a hole now. I understand where Mighty Most is coming from and why he wants to do what he wants to do. He wants to turn a new leaf, and he doesn't want to go through this conquest of battle and glory again just for people to die.
No. It'll grant you a beginning.
What is this?
Another signature. It served as a symbol of kingship. And I now view it with fresh significance. Rally those who have lost their identities. Convey the words of Mightymost. Your son to the no longer need to chase fleeting honors or face death on the battlefield as if it were your sole destination. However, you must adapt to fit into the city you once observed with a different eyes. Cruel fate awaits in 4 years. No matter how illustrious a dynasty may seem, troubles do not look the way for foes. Yet, you shall tread the only path out. One that leads to a brand new world habitat.
Why task me with being your messenger? Why not explain all this to them yourself?
Because only humans can guide the path to be trodden by humans. It's not the lot of humans who crave the power of gods and spiral into madness for it. Humans who stand ready to raise their shields high to protect the lives behind them.
Kratos is still seething.
As irrelevant, demigods they have long been prepared for that time. What truly matters, you shall enter.
The one who persuaded a Goliath to set me free that night. Was that you, Mighty Mouse?
Yes.
She's not one to easily make a concession. What did you offer me?
I staked my mother's name to guarantee the integrity of your soul to her. And I promised her that I would dedicate all I have to the French journey.
And what is next, Mighty Mouse? Where will you be headed now?
The place where I belong, to fulfill my promise. The madness that has plagued Nicanor and the darkness that has consumed our families. It's now my turn to fight against it.
Well said, Mighty Most. Well said.
There are some people to meet with before I leave. Let's go.
And what is next, Mighty Mouse? Where will you be headed now?
Wow, the lag here. What the heck? Okay, there we go. Don't know why it's lagging so much while I'm streaming. It usually doesn't. This is taking forever.
Legendary thief in the flesh. Not much.
No, for some reason the game is lagging while I'm streaming it at the moment. It usually doesn't. I'm probably not going to go too much longer, though, as I have to be ready to work in the morning. We'll go for a little bit more. Alright. It's like crazy. This hasn't been lagging before now, and all of a sudden it's like chugging horribly. Trying to deal with something here. Yeah, that one always goes away. I probably gotta go to catch it there, then look where it goes. But yeah, this doesn't normally lag like this when I'm streaming it, so this is a bit of annoying and kind of concerning. Yeah, these tables weren't even loaded in yet. This is definitely having issues for some reason right now. So what I'll probably do is after the next scene here, Jarvis, is I'll probably call the stream. Considering the amount of trouble the game is having and how late it's getting. Might be for the better.
Throughout my time in the Holy City, I've gleaned valuable lessons from you. Strategy, leadership, adaptability to change. Yet, it's only recently I've come to realize the truly remarkable quality you possess.
And what is it?
It's the magnetic allure of your presence. It draws people to gather around you willingly, to seek your guidance. They strive not to disappoint you, not through the fear of repercussions, out of sincere alignment
I have to approve. I'll check it here in a second when I'm done. Yeah, I've had to prevent it from letting people add me just because I've had so many people just trying to like scam and get like me to work with them that have added me, so it's just better for me to, not allow it. You can DM me your name and I will add it myself.
I will secure our time for the fortress journey. Until you manage to lead anyone to reach the new of Genesis.
My news. A new chapter awaits and breathes. Yet, the one who guides the people to the destination may not be you and I.
What did you see after assuming that stays the runway?
Despite the passage of 1,000 years, every word of that prophecy remains as vivid as ever. You shall have your final wealth in warm and radiant gold.
Just as cryptic as all the other prophecies.
What's the reason for the laughter?
I was just thinking, if an ordinary person encountered these words, they would probably stay away from the bats.
Alright, I'll add you here when I end the stream.
But I cannot forgo the delightful experience above offers. So, I assume you also blessed your spiderwebs?
One day, you shall die with a blade to your back.
Well, that is a rather straightforward scenario.
If I were to be terrified by a dribble of no basis, I would not have attracted your gaze when I forged this journey in the first place.
You speak the truth. May you be destined for a powerful fate, and may we reunite in the promised new world. Farewell, my dear.
Yeah. I mean, I watch a lot of better known ones at times, but I have a couple of friends that stream that are lesser known, and they stream more for just like a hobby than to make anything off of it. Okay, so I got to talk to Tribi, Casterus, and Chartanos. None of these people are up here, it seems. Alright, so I think I'm gonna find these other 3 people, and then I will call it before continuing with the rest of the story mission. Were you up there? I guess you were. There you go. His just takes a bit of effort to actually hit it. Is there supposed to be someone right here? Whatever. Well, that's good to know. Okay, that's where I need to go to continue. We need to find the people first before doing that. Well, I thank you for sticking around, Jars. It's been a pleasure having you. Alright. This is just going back into the baths game. Who the heck are you asking me to locate here? I've like just went in a giant circle. You would think these markers would be for 3 people you can talk to. Nope, that's those 2. Alright, I might just have to find them without any markers, which is fine, just a bit more annoying. Refill those up without using more items. Oh, I was trying to follow the markers because I figured they would lead me to them. But for some reason, like, the one over here was just kind of like nothing there.
Is Lady Trebios not here? Nice. So you are the physician Cranmer spoke of. It's no wonder then that he was pulled back from the brink of death. You have my gratitude.
I can take that as a compliment, right?
I've heard about what happened at the Grove. I'm deeply sorry for your loss.
I've heard far too much about that in grief recently. To quote Lady Trivia, we should all focus on tomorrow, shouldn't we?
It's a valid point. You've always been the most optimistic one in the place.
Well, I must say, it feels quite incredible to see a new demigod standing right before me.
You should prepare yourself as well. Humanity has already taken hold of Scribe. And one day, it will also reach the sky.
Do you really believe I can do it? Even my ancestor, that hero of legends, can conquer for the poor flame of Acheron.
In a good report of the demigods, you should know that the path to assuming divinity is never limited to swords and spears.
You've always been so perceptive, Lord Mydei. Rest assured, if fate has truly selected me, I'll be with it. Right. You're here looking for Lady Trudy and Lady Trina, no? They're not around at the moment. Is there a message you'd like me to pass on to them?
No need. I've already bid farewell to Gladio. Meeting with the Oracle is simply a matter of courtesy.
You've bid farewell?
I'm heading back to Castro Kronos, fight against the Black Tide. In all likelihood, I'm never going to return to Pokemon.
Oh,
Second thought. There is something that I'd like you to help me convey to them.
I'm all ears, Lord Mydei. I'll make sure to convey every single word.
Tell them that there is no longer a need to send scouts behind enemy lines. A single message, a lance of fury will target anyone who dares oppose our power.
Interesting words.
I'm all ears, Lord.
Let's see if we can get this one to trigger. I really doubt it. Oh no, there it goes. Okay, the one to the left is going to lead us like the way forward without talking to them. Alright, I almost forgot. Which element are you, lady? Oh, I can't even view you. I guess I gotta look this way then. Ah, you're imaginary. And destruction. Okay. I do have some decent imaginary, but I don't think I have any that target as wide a range as he does.
Lord Mydei.
Maybe after I get Casterus and I have some more of the people that I've been pulling for, like at least decently up to level 80, with at least decent relics and traces, I might pull him on a rerun, but we'll have to wait and see.
I'll be embracing my destiny before you do, Casterus.
Can you feel Thanatos right now?
I don't feel them at all. Readily. I've been painstakingly seeking that Titan for so long. Have you ever considered reaching out to me for help?
You mean
Death refused to fail me. If you were to send me to the Netherrealm, man could recluse along the way back.
I would never do that, Lord Mydei. Death is not a game.
You're right. That may very well be the reason why my people have struggled for millennia. They underestimated the significance of death.
So, are you returning home alone, Lord Mydei?
Returning home, you say? this moment, Castro Kronos is not just my birthplace, but also my fated destination. Work harder, Castorus. Go and do what you have to do. Let the trials we endured may have meaning.
I will, Lord Mighty. May we reunite on the other side.
Man, I still think I'm at least one or two updates behind the current storyline.
May we reunite on the other side, where the warm west wind blows.
Alright, so I think we gotta go this way to find Tartanos. Gotcha. Yeah, gradually making progress. I don't tend to play it every day, so I tend to fall a little further behind here and there. Like, I remember the one before this, when you're dealing with Castorus and her ascending. And now we have Finon.
King of Kronos, thou's the secret. But looking more like a king. No longer a king, that pass me. Matters not the title. Surpassed all the former kings your achievements have.
No longer your trust. Liberate the world from the clutches of fear. Nevertheless, I must request that you continue to watch over Finon, Artemis. I have a feeling that his fate is way heavier than all of ours combined.
I have a good hankering considering what they refer to each Chrysos heir of at the assembly. What Finon is called the Chrysos heir of / the son of or whatever is what he ends up like taking over, but I'm not sure.
Keep Finon in mind, I will. Return to your home, brave king. Together with everyone, I shall remain here. The thunder from Castrum Krenos will wait to hear.
Okay, now we do have to go say bye to them too. But I guess that was the main objective, was to say bye to them as opposed to everyone else. Oop, bit of lag again. Yeah, I really doubt I'm gonna... Unless I were to devote a couple hours a day to this, to HSR, I don't know if I'd catch up through all three patches or not. Let alone get to the current patch. I mean, like, I'm not even, like, you know, saying that I'd want to be done with it all completely and caught up, just up to the current patch. But it would still take me some time to even get to that point. And I feel it would require me to dedicate an amount of time each day to do that, if I were to try to do it in a week. Big lag spike there. Sorry about that. Yeah, exactly. Like, the thing is, like, I could, like, play for about 8 hours a day. But then that would be most of my day. So that's not quite the thing I want to do.
Outlanders. No. Trailblazers. Will soon make my way to Castro Chronos. All goes according to plan. This may be our final meeting. I just want to let you know that I appreciate everything you have done, Grand Forest.
Reflecting on the past and moving forward to the future, a challenge I've faced as well. Though we never had a chance for a deep conversation after all we've experienced together, you were also an ally of the Trailblaze, Mydei.
May success accompany your trailblazing endeavors. How about you let me guess what's on your mind?
I guess he will say something inspiring. I guess he will say something sentimental.
Are you thinking about saying something inspiring?
Migraines, out more often, avoid mindless ones. I get more sleep.
Just smile if you don't know how to respond.
Now that I bear to the briny thing, I get the vague feeling that you have a great significance for the future of Amphorius. With this departure, I fear that I will never again return. I entrust you both to watch my back and to continue supporting the Flame Chase journey in my absence.
I suppose he does. Although he respects him and everything. I think he's had enough of Kala/Stella.
You have my gratitude. Now, farewell.
Alright, I didn't catch that because rest assured we'll do everything we can. It kind of makes sense when he told Finon what his 1 weak spot was, that he was told he would die with a blade to his back.
Hold on.
Yes.
Let's at least snap a photo together to capture this moment. Shall we?
Oh, Callus.
Sure. Let's do it. She's peculiar, I suppose. Not talking about your photographic skills. It's just that I rarely take photos. But this one, it's pretty good.
Never fail to impress.
I'm glad you like it. Make sure not to leave any regrets
I
behind.
wish the same for you during your time in Amphorius.
I do have to admit, March would have definitely given Amphorius a bit of a unique flair and comical sense with her upbeat attitude. But as we know right now, March is dealing with her own issues that they're not quite sure what the heck's going on, so I wonder if the donation and tip links are still working as well. Might be why those haven't even, why I haven't even been getting any tips is because those aren't working correctly.
What's going on? It's been a while, Guardian. I should have known you were the best one on this. Hey, don't go pointing fingers without cause. I swear I'm innocent this time. You see those kids over there? They're the ones who brought everyone together. I admit, I'm took me by surprise. Were you seriously just going to sneak off without a word? Well, I was actually on my way to bid farewell to you. But that ended up running into this. Oh, it's quite an honor, I suppose. We'd better not leave them waiting too. Don't you think? The road to Castle Chronosphere is long. Perhaps it wouldn't be a bad idea to take a moment and etch their faces in my memory one last time.
Hey, Quest, we're kind of getting towards the end of the stream here, though.
I'm thinking maybe it's about time the god of strife gets a new name. How about the god of solidarity or preservation? All right, it's about time for us to part ways. Any final goodbyes you want to share? This might be the last chance. Why so quiet? I thought divinity would wash away something.
Do you truly feel as carefree as you seem? Or is this just a facade you wear?
You know what? You sound just like Goliath this morning. But you're not off the mark. I just thought that putting on a nonchalant front for this occasion might help us preserve some dignity.
I can see through your deception even without the power of money.
You're not really that terrible at controlling my facial.
No, you're good, Quest. Don't worry about it. This will be up on the VODs for a bit on here before I move them to the... This will be up on Twitch for a while before I move it over to the VOD channel, so you'll be able to catch the rest of it. My day's been good.
Well, with that said,
I probably should have stopped a bit ago because this is now heading into an hour that I kind of wanted to relax before I need to lay down. I'm not ready for the bull crap of the work week coming ahead.
to thank me. This triumph brings no delight, nor does it signify closure. You understand that more than me.
Indeed. In the end, I still haven't unraveled the mystery behind that black-robed sword master. And I can't even ascertain their demise. Maybe I've never managed to cut off my destiny.
But that matters not. Pain may be cured, and scars remain. They should not be effaced. Even with the divine light of orbits, you cannot stop the past from leaving its marks in our blind spots. Can you genuinely let go of everything as soon as that swordmaster is dead? It's impossible. Revenge is merely an obligation that must be carried out. No one can find mental fulfillment through it.
You're right.
Look forward. Chew up and swallow your past. Make sure emptiness and bitterness. Please.
Well spoken,
There's
Mighty.
the whole world behind you waiting to be saved.
Keep that in mind.
I have a final favor to ask. Please look after the criminal warriors in my absence. They will undoubtedly face challenges while assimilating into Akuma. It is my sole regret that I cannot stand by them during this time.
Do not worry. Leave it to me. And while I'm at it, I'm going to find out if the language is really missing that many words.
For unknown philosophy can never be encapsulated in a mere dictionary. But if there's a chance in the next life, you should come visit my library. I'll be on my way. Remember to stay alive.
Yes.
I really hope we get a Casterus rerun soon so I can pull her. Besides Casterus, the only other person I kind of want is Kefka, because she's pretty good and she's one of the people that got reworked.
Same goes for you. Don't die too.
But I'd rather get Casterus and then work on people. And then work towards getting Kefka if and then after that I'll wait for till working on everyone else is done mostly before I even start on her.
And triumph always be yours.
Right. One last question.
Go ahead. You better not leave any regrets behind.
Are you the one who told Cartonis about the Signet ring?
Well, who knows?
Of course, fine, I don't want to give him a straight answer. glad to see you guys. Unfortunately, this is the end of the stream here in a moment. I need to settle down and get prepared to do some things and then get to bed here. So I can't unfortunately stay up too much longer.
Get up, my son.
You showed great courage in today's training. Let's wrap it up for now.
Here's Mother. Mother, there's something I want to ask you.
What is it, Madam Mouse?
Why must we learn to fight?
It's for glory and honor, my son. For criminals, mastery of swords and spears is ingrained from birth. On the battlefield, you're destined to win.
Is that really?
Yes, Father.
What makes you say so?
Because you sound entirely sure.
Oh, that changed from Child Mighty Mouse's voice to adult.
You're right, Madam Mouse. I once believed those words, without question. Until your father cast you into the sea of souls. It was at that moment I realized how everything I believed in was utterly hollow. Perhaps the spirit of criminals once existed. As greed bloomed in the hearts of humanity over the years, such spirit had long faded alongside my glory. I no longer put my faith in any oath or doctrine. Now I have just one goal, that of your mother, my niece. Your guardian.
Hatchery always ends there. The journey back to Castro Cronos is proving to be longer than expected. Krynos said that shortly after my fall into the sea, the mother challenged my father to a duel. She died through father's treachery. I never saw her face. Yet each night she would show up, waiting by the flickering firelight. I always anticipated the secrets of that dream, believing she had more words of wisdom or guidance to offer. But now, I think I finally come to understand. That is all she wished to tell me. And now, I too am left with but one role.
Oh, he's already back there, it seems. Alright guys, now that we have control again and story sequencing is over, as I have been telling you all, I am ending the stream here, as it's already well past what I would normally stop. I will try to stream Friday. As for Sunday and Monday, I have to work those days and I have to go in earlier than I normally do because they changed our hours. So I may not be able to stream on Sunday and Monday. It all depends on how awake I am and how much energy I have after going in that early. I shall catch you all towards the end of the week. We shall probably go back to Gundam Breaker 4 a little bit as well, while doing some more side stuff because I can more easily transfer over things outside of the two main games in a couple of days than I can these, because I still have to go through and upload older videos for Visions and Gundam Breaker. And Jairus has been with me throughout most of the stream. It's been fun having you, Jairus. Hope to see you again. Take care, everybody, and like I said, we'll see you towards the end of the week. Have a good day, and goodbye. What's up, Quest? I'll wait a moment if you're going to say something.